morning, class. So, today is Friday. It's my turn to introduce some ancient, good or bad. Okay. Let's begin. We will talk three things about good change and bad change. The first is food, and the second is transportation, and the second is education. Okay, let's talk about food. Okay, in China we used to eat some food contain high calories such as pizza and hamburgers, cheeses. I think this food is unhealthy for our body because maybe it will help you gain weight. Or I think everybody don't want to gain weight because maybe it will damage your health. But in China, we used to eat some delicious food, and this food is contained less calories, and it help you to keep fit and sometimes give you a lot of nutrition, make you feel fresh, give you a lot of energies. I think that is very different in there and in China because when I first came there, I think the food is not delicious and have a low calories. I think maybe I will gain weight, and sometimes when I eat some pizzas or hamburgers and drink some cola with ice, I feel uncomfortable with my stomach. So I think I miss my country's food very much. Next, we'll talk about transportation. You know, China. First, Americans always use their own cars, and when they have a long distance trip, they will choose plane because the plane tickets are very cheap in here. But sometimes in China we also choose some public transportation because in our country the gas price is very high, but in there the gas is very cheap. In China we also use public bus, and we also use subway. Sometimes we will use BRT. It's a very fast bus in our hometown, and it can help us to get anywhere as fast as possible. Sometimes we will, if I want to have a long trip, we will choose the long trip bus. It's very different than this bus, but it's very cheap. I think in China, Chinese will choose cheap public transportation because we have low salary in our country. Next, we'll talk about education. In American, such as our class, we will talk about a lot of things, and such as Miss P, we will talk about, hey guys, what are you doing? And how do you do? But we can do anything in there. Something like we can eat and have drink. But in China, we have a lot of different. In China, we want every Chinese knows that, but some foreigners don't know. We must prepare for the final exam when I in high school, because if we couldn't pass the final exam, we couldn't attend the college. And in China, if you don't go to college, your parents and your friends, even though your teacher will say, in the future you may be a loser. you don't have a high salary and you don't have a bright future. I think oh, it's so bad in my country because I think education can give people an opportunity to have a good life, but I think maybe good life not isn't means you have a high salary or good car and something. I think I love the American education and it can give you opportunity to learn something you want to learn. But in China, we can't do that. Conclusion, I think American food and Chinese food have a lot of difference, and American food maybe is unhealthy, and Chinese food is very, very delicious, and some foreigners like also like Chinese food. It's very good, and they are tested. Transportation, you know, in their public transportation is not good, and if I want to buy something in supermarket, we must take the school bus, but sometimes school bus give you less choice to choose what time you want to go. But in China, we can use the public transportation, and it depends on you. Maybe today I will use the taxi to go someplace. It's very convenient in China. Education. And the education, I think American education is good for children and good for students. I think American education gives students more choice to do what they want to do, and but in China we must pass the exam. That's our final goals in our whole student's life. I think it's not bad for our life. Sorry. Otherwise, I think we will learn a lot of things in here, such as education, and I think if you want to adapt to a new environment, it can give you more influence. It have a good influence on your life, and it help you become better in the future and become independent in the future. So, any question? Okay, thank you for listening.